Hi YouTube, welcome back to Wtf Rc Cars. So we got the FS-R4D again and the G11P. So let's bring in a close-up look and show you how you get the lighting kit part of this working. So in the last video showing you how to get this bound up. Now we cover the lighting connections. So for this we've got 4 sets of 2 pins. All these outer are positive, all the inner are negative. So if we start from the top, the top one says L, so let's treat that as left. Then we have R, so if we treat that as right, so we go in negative terminal to the inner sticker. Then we have F, so we'll go with some white lights for front or forward. And then we have B, so we'll treat that as brake or back. So if we get them connected like that, let's make sure left's on left and right's on right. So I believe they should be our left and that should be as right. I just realised I've chopped the LEDs off the end of them. Not sure what I've used them for. So let's get a different set of lights. I think they ended up on one at Drift Cars. That's better. We got LEDs on these. So I'll set these as our left. So we've got as blue lights for left. We got as white lights for front. We got as red lights for back. And as yellow lights for right. So we should get front lights, back lights, left indicator, right indicator. So let's power this up and see what we get. I'm just going to put power to it with a battery, but you can use your speed controller and everything. So first off, it powers up. We get as indicators flashing, we get as front light and as back light. So if we press brake, we do get the back lights going brighter. Press forward, that doesn't make any difference. If we go into auxiliary, go into channel 3, let's set that to a switch so we can switch the channel. So we'll go for K-type. So if we set channel 3 to turn, so if we have our third channel as just one that we can turn on and off, it'll control as lights. So we can turn as lights on and off. So if we accelerate and brake, if we brake, as brake lights still work, but as headlights and tail lights are off. Then we need to configure our 4th channel. So we can come into channel 4, go to control, let's set that to a K-type again because it makes it nice and easy. Set that to K2 and we'll set it to turn. Let's see what we get on that. So we can turn as hazard lights on and off. If we double click that, we change as modes. So you can see we can have flashing. We can have flashing with hazards, flashing without hazards. If you double tap it, we've got a solid. We've got channel 1 that we can turn on and off. Double tapping doesn't give you any functionality on that. But as channel 4, if we just singly turn it on or off, we can turn as hazards on and off. If you double tap, it will change the actual lighting mode. You see, it doesn't turn as lights on now. I think this is like sport mode they call it, where throttle puts the headlights on, back puts the brake lights on. If you double tap it again, it'll change mode. This is like a soft blinking mode. So as throttle and as brake don't affect it. If we press it again, we get fast blinking mode, and again throttle and brake doesn't affect anything. Quick press again and we've got solid lights. We can now turn these on and off using channel 3, and we do get brake light, and if you turn you do get the indicators or turn signals. You just have to imagine they're yellow, but yeah, they all work properly as brake lights work. We've got the option of quick press of channel 4 puts hazards on, so if you just change the actual direction of channel 4 it'll turn hazards on and off. Double pressing channel 4 can change your light modes. So sport mode, we get forward, back, turn signals still work. Next one is one at flashing modes. Forward and brake doesn't affect anything, still get turn signals, and we can turn that mode on and off. Then we get fast flashing that you can turn on and off. Throttle and brake don't affect it, still get turn signals. If we press it again, we get as normal lighting mode that we can turn on and off with channel 3. We got as turn signals, and we do get as brake lights and everything on that. So yeah, quite a nice kit. You can have hazards on if you don't want the turn signals starting and stopping all the time. But yeah, quite a lot of functionality for just 4 light outputs. These do work particularly well with these DUMBORC lighting kits, LED kits, but you can use whatever kits you like. I'll leave a link to these and the receivers if I can find it. But yeah, that's the FS-R4D lighting control setup and how you use it by assigning the 2 extra channels. You also still get output on these channels. So depending what you're doing with this, you could tie that into your build so it actually means something and it makes some other functionality work other than just the lights, or you can quite happily just use the lights. But yeah, let's wrap this one up. So there you have it, the FS-R4D and the G11P with the lighting mode output on this little receiver. I think it'd be really nice for a mini rock crawler or something along them lines. Quite small footprint, really handy with light controls, and you have got 4 channels. But yeah, thanks a lot for watching Wtf Rc Cars. Hopefully you find that useful, entertaining, bit of both, or just like listening to my incessant ramblings. Don't forget to like and subscribe, hit the notification bell, share to friends and family, and catch you guys again in the next one.